Oz has a question about red flags. I like red flags. Let's do that question. Oz, how you doing, buddy? You're muted, by the way.
Hey,
There you
mate,
go.
can you hear me?
Yeah, what's your question you got for me?
Yeah, so now in your book you say it's 20 red flags, and I haven't read the whole book yet, but I'm curious to know if because most of the women in Western countries they're gonna have red flags, right? So are there any
Yeah.
red flags that the woman can have that she can work on, or a man can accept it? For example, I'll
Okay.
give an example.
Yeah.
Promiscuous thing cannot be fixed. Like once it's done, the damage is done. Hissy
Right.
fits, maybe, someone can work on their attitude and they can fix it. So are there a list of any red flags that they can be fixed?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So if you guys haven't got the red flag chapter here, let me put the banner down at the bottom. So change the ticker. You can opt into my email list, go into entrepreneursandcars.com/red-flags. You can get the red flag chapter for free. There's 20 red flags. So let me just look at my list over here because I've got it in front of me. So there are certain things that can be fixed, and fixing these things, by the way, has to be their choice. You can't say fix this red flag or else. It has to be like, the way that I would generally handle it. So let's say that I don't know, she's the kind of gal that competes with you. Okay, my car's faster than you. My house is nicer than yours. Blah blah blah. Like that kind of chick. Then all you have to say is, "Look, Becky, I really like you and everything, but I don't date girls that try to compete with me." That's all you have to say. Now, you leave that ball in her court and you plant the seed and let her see if she's going to do something about that. If she's going to protest, if she's going to boss bitch you out and just, lecture you, then it's a lost cause. Just let it go. And you should have other options. That's like the whole point of spinning plates. So if you want to be a little more pointed about it, then you can say, look, you've got extreme jealousy issues. I really think that you should see a therapist about that and see if you can fix it, because you're making mountains out of molehills, out of things that don't exist. And I don't date women that are going to, behave like that, sort of thing. Or I'm not going to invite a woman like that into my life on a long-term basis, is another way to put it. So again, Oz, it's got to be a choice that they make. It's not something that you can cram down their throat. And there's certain things that they can't change. Like you said, like if she's a single mom, she's not going to change that. If she's got a huge notch count, she can't change that. But if she's the kind of girl that's using Instagram to seek validation and attention online from other people, specifically men, you could tell her, look, I don't date girls that use Instagram to seek attention and validation from other men. You can use
How
it
much
for family.
energy? Sorry, how much energy, or how much? Because you gotta be able to communicate that message across, right? And some girls will respond in a different way. So how many times do you have to reiterate that to a girl that, hey mate, I don't like this thing, or I don't like the girl who's seeking attention, because I know in long term it's going to be detrimental, have a detrimental effect on a relationship.
I don't think that it should be an ongoing conversation. It should be stated. It should be stated firmly, and it shouldn't have to be restated on a continuous basis. I mean, for example, so let's use the seeking attention online, like the Instagram girl. Hey, Becky, I really dig your vibe and everything. I have a lot of fun with you, because she's having the conversation. She's now like, where do we stand? I really like you. You seen anybody else? Okay. Hey, Becky, I really dig your vibe too. I think you're a lot of fun, but I don't invite women into my life that use social media to seek attention, validation from other guys online. So if you want to be with me, you can either make your Instagram private and just use it to post, photographs of family events and stuff like that, like most people do, or you can delete it. Right? That's it. And then see what she does with that. You're too controlling. You've got a small PP, she freaks out. Fuck off. We'll see you later. Go away. I'm done with you. Because you have other options. Right? But a good woman will say, just right, one more. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, look, I think they say it, but they say it for the time being, and they come back with the same. They go back to square one, and they go, okay, maybe the whole thing that I just explained last week didn't resonated with them for too long. So that's where it is. You had a good question today, like the promiscuous woman or the single mom. I've dated both. I wanted to know, was there age bracket for these girls? Like, were they like a 20-year-old single mom or 20-year-old promiscuous girl, or
30-year-old was the question. So identical 30-year-old twins,
30-year-old, yeah, definitely the promiscuous girl in that case. Not that she's any good, but if I've only got two options, then that'll be the choice. The one thing I wanted to know, Rich, for the 10% group, you said you started 10% group where people can join in. What's the what do we get for the 10% for people who interested in joining in that 10% group?
Good question. You can go to the website, entrepreneursandcars.com/community, and it's all explained on that page. You're in Australia, by the way. There was a bunch of Aussies that just had a meetup on the Gold Coast. So we do have members there. We don't have a ton, but we do have members there. If you're making over $100,000 a year, then the 1% is a better group for you. If you're a little bit of a younger guy, you're trying to hash out life and some basic details, and the 10% is a good starting place.
Okay. And do we get to ask questions in those calls with you, or?
Not with me. There's monthly Zoom calls with the admin guys. There's 4 admin guys right now. 2 of them are in the live chat, Jaron and Moff. And there's a couple others as well. So they run the Zoom calls. I'm not in the Zoom calls. The 10% is not a group that I run. To be clear, it's run by the admin guys. It's basically a staging area for you guys to graduate up to the next tier, which is the one that I run. Cool.
All right, mate. Thanks very much. Cheers.
All right. Thanks, man. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.